damage early on.
I think you're exactly right, Wolf. I think the mid-jungle duos are going to be the focus of this game. I think the bottom side, we have a very competitive matchup, a pretty competitive lane. I think that Aphelios Thresh can get a little bit aggressive onto the Kai'Sa early, but other than that, I have confidence that Ruler should be able to just stabilize and be okay down there. It's going to be up to enabling these aggressive jungles to find opportunities and make them happen. And that's so much pressure onto LM and Clid, as well as the mid laners. The top side, you know, I think we should just be able to farm it out. You have the cask to get the Camille off of you if she does Hextech Ultimatum. And I do really like that pick there for Kana. I think it has a lot more, you know, efficiency, effectiveness in the team fights as we do go later on in the game. So, pretty interesting matchup. I feel like we kind of land even in this one. I like the priority that Gen G have shown on a couple of the picks, the Camille and the Syndra. We'll see if it works out for them as we do head onto the Rift for game 1.
Stun early on and fight for skirmishes like this one. That's where Pantheon's going to shine.
Oh, insta-cleanse. Ruler not messing around. He knows to one-shot a lot of the squishy members on the side of Gen G. And look at their lineup. Outside of Rel, it's like, well, not feeling good about this one. As maybe going a little bit too far forward. Now he has to try to cask early, but with no flash available.
He's actually rotating over now. He's actually going to clear this vision. They're going to go for a dive.
Oh, Ruler getting in there to start us off. Engage Kai'Sa, but here comes the Pantheon, and they immediately turn it onto Light, who goes down without much of a hitch. A very easy turnaround here.
Pretty good for LM once more. Like, he's right where he needs to be. They still don't know.
Okay, they're going to actually engage upon this. They got the teleport coming in, but that is not any kind of forced engage.
As Max likes to point out all the time, I love when Jillies get their first... T1 is going to get this for sure. I don't even think a contest is possible right now. And again, what the Camille offers in side laning, the Gragas is going to have in terms of team fights later on, as he is building damage, he is going to have great engage.
So it's like, okay, well, nice trade, Ruler. You want to fight again? Flash comes in from Keria. Keep in mind, this is 2v3 right now, but with the Pantheon on the map here, he immediately gets into that back line, and we've got lanterns, we've got flashes. That's what T1 say. Trying to sell everything to Gen G, who do not want to have any of it. Faker maybe going a little bit too far, but eventually does get that kill, and a really fantastic cast comes out from Kana, pushes BDD away.
What a beautiful engage from Keria. I mean, perfect flash engage in, sets up the box. We'll probably get a replay of it later. I'll break it down further, because at the moment we're still fighting over this Drake as Keria gets the lantern set up.
Oh boy. Rascal now forced into the fight, trying to turn something onto LM. Not able to get the kill. The exhaust actually a little bit late there, and now Gen G have found a moment. They're trying to hold on to this game and not get too far behind.
Yeah, this is going to be a replay of the all-in here from Ruler. I don't know what else to call it. Goes for Killer Instinct, but the caliber damage is real. And sorry, man, there's no way out of that one.
And you take a look at the side lane you were talking about. There's not enough pressure being put on by Rascal here. He's getting pushed into his own turret. So actually zero pressure in here. He's still very massive, as you can see. He nearly one-shots Faker. So
rotation here through their jungle to try to wrap around. That might be too slow.
Look at this. BDD has to flash away from Gumayusi, who is diving a turret with a that you cannot do anything against it. And here we go.
Here.
By the way, yeah, LM doesn't have teleport. He's the jungle, so he's not in position for the Baron. He has to try to help out. The inhibitor, very importantly, doesn't go down, actually. Rascal is going to miss the kill. Maybe, hopefully, the minions can get that for him. Yeah. And the minions do, thankfully, for him. And now he's actually on the run. He might be able to get out of this one. And I believe that he will. There's no way for LM to try to ult in there by himself. So Rascal finally getting so much map pressure done here. LM out of position now and trying to help. And the Baron is started for Gen G.
Yeah, they need to respond so quickly. They do not want to trade this for a Cloud Soul.
So but they want to try to go for this Baron before Camille is too far in the base.
Yeah, this
and they do have a ton of damage here.
Very much a faster rotation this time from T1. Much more decisive. And this is exactly the same thing. All right, we're going to see the teleport.
All right, this time we do have the teleport coming in. It's going to be Zoe. Faker gets the Baron here as the Rel will move in, but fighting front to back with Gumayusi is such a good play here for T1. He is shredding through every single player on the side of Gen G. There is no hope for anyone to survive against that fountain laser. You know, better top lane wins, huh? We'll see if this counter engage can actually work. They're going to take out Gumayusi, maybe going a little bit too close to the turrets, as now Faker is just going to run away with his tail between his legs, not able to do it all alone here. And as long as, you know, they don't get poked out.
Huge cast.
Oh man, huge damage from the cast coming in here. Rascal desperately trying to get into the back line, but again, Gumayusi is protected. Another fantastic hook onto Clid, as there is no room for him. They're all just gonna have to try to run away here. BDD trying to do it alone, nearly takes out Faker, but that Nexus is so low, they could probably just click on it at this point in time. Gumayusi still protected in the back. He is just one-shotting people now, as Ruler desperately trying to make it happen. Gumayusi gonna wait here for the kill, picks up the triple kill, and picks up the game.
It just wasn't enough, though, and the bot lane the game ran away from Gen G down there, so I do think we're gonna have to have a lot of discussion about this as we head into the second draft phase. Just look at the damage output, 10,000 damage. The leader is Gumayusi here, and you could also see Kana on this pick on the top lane. What was a safe pick against the Camille. He ended up doing way more damage, being super relevant in late game team fights as well, something that Camille unfortunately is just simply not able to do.
The damage output as a team from the side of T1, pretty insane across the board that time around. We saw later on in the game that the Nidalee not really able to do too much. Ruler never really able to get into
good when they're the ones setting the tempo.
Well, I mean, we'll see how this early game goes, because if Gen G fall behind with this kind of a roster, not sure what to say. You're going to be dealing with intense amounts of poke, disengage, and if you get behind, I think it's pretty much GG from there. T1 will be looking to hold on, and I love the Alistar last pick. It says, you know, we're going to have perfect disengage for anybody who dares try to engage onto the Jhin. And yeah, it's interesting that they saved that counter pick as well for the support side, just to take a look at what else Gen G were going to bring alongside of what was a very obvious kind of a composition already. So it looks like we're ready to jump into game number 2, guys. Let's go back onto the Rift for Gen G versus T1. Faker very calmly just going to sidestep the orb, as level 2 hit here first down in the bottom side. This looking to get on top of Gumayusi now with the Ignite. The flash comes in, and Life is just going to get first blood onto Gumayusi. And say what you will. Yeah, I mean, if there's going to be a player that's confident in the mid lane, it is going to be Faker. And nice little bait coming in here from Kana. He's looking to turn the tables from game number 1. Rascal is going to get that double slice and dice away. And he's still got flash available, but he doesn't use it. He does have his flash, but still a lot of pressure can be put on in there. And it ended up that BDD actually did have to back because he was reading the pressure from LM around that area. Now, the reason they're dropping this Rift Herald up top is because of the amount of damage they've already done to this turret. They want to get Rascal out of lane, but the TP is coming in already with the Pantheon, so T1 will look to turn this one around. 3v2 for now. We got Syndra coming up, but it might be too little too late. Under the turret, just gonna sweep them both up. And even though there from BDD, he was never gonna get that kill, as, oh man, Kana just barely not able to get away with that recall. Looks like he's probably dead, especially with BDD rotating up the river. Not even gonna need him. He's just gonna waste some more time here. Still alive, actually.
He dodged.
And if he runs this down, he might actually be able to get an execute.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Trying to bait that out. Wants to go up outside.
Sad cat. I think he's gonna get the execute.
Yeah, I think he will.
Unbelievable. Look at items here. The Immortal Shield blows up. So Faker misses it.
Oh man, that's gonna be big. Faker now getting run down here, has to flash away. The damage being poked out onto Rascal, and Gen G say they do not want to engage onto this just yet. Combo here onto the Renekton, who's losing health, has to flash away. Opening up now is Gumayusi, and Gen G say we want to just disengage. Faker going very aggressive. Olaf just standing up to him and taking the fight, but Keria in the backline creating a lot of space for his team. But I don't know if they have the damage here. This is looking way too good for Gen G as T1 overextend into the team fight, and Gen G will eventually stand up to them. Triple kill going.
You're just so safe to even have BDD here. He gets cast as I say it, but look at where Life is right now. He's actually going to turn it back. He almost is able to trade that back as Ellen comes over.
who has not been able to be as proactive on the Pantheon in this game. As now going on in, Faker going to try to separate the Renekton, but he just gets separated himself. As Gen G looking to push the issue here, they want to win the game right here, right now. Gumayusi in the Cataclysm, no escape for him. As Keria is going to be run down by Ruler, who is incredibly strong right now. Nicely done by Kana to pick off the Olaf at least. But with the Max coming in here, oh, actually going to be denied. He's got TP. They want to continue to push the issue here with 8 seconds on the Baron.
Really close. Gonna push the issue for sure. I mean, look at the damage output of Ruler. He's crushing these turrets.
Oh, stun now onto Keria. He is absolutely dead. They trade it back for the Jarvan, but with full health now onto Ruler. He's just looking to take out the turrets. Another kill onto the Pantheon here. As they do have to back away. Look at Kana desperately trying to clear out these waves. He's still on the run, trying to buy some time for his team. And it looks like he may have just done it. Ruler is going to have to back away. Of course, Kana will lose his life, but it is a good sacrifice just to try to stay in this game.
Crazy.
Now pushing forward. He's moving in. He's got that Ren set onto many members, and with the stun coming in, does he have the damage? He has to go into that stopwatch. Here comes Rascal trying to buy themselves some time, as it will be a trade of kills. Gumayusi incredibly low, but he is still going to stay alive just barely. He's got the minions on him. Uh-oh, he's going to die to the minions.
Oh, Rascal.
And that might mean that Rascal can push in.
Yeah, he certainly is going to try for it. Problem is, Pantheon's going to ult in, and I think they may have overstayed their welcome here, Valdez. It's still very close. The minions, there's just so many.
LM is like, I don't know if I can actually go in on this. I got to be careful. He's desperately trying to clear out these minions. I don't think they have enough auto attack damage onto the Nexus is the problem.
Blitz
Though is coming on in. Kana back into the game. LM still stays alive. As trying to get in there is Keria. He's not able to get the kill. And that means that also Kana not able to do enough here. And with only LM alive, I think that finally Gen G have been able to push in and secure the victory here. Game over is called by LM, and that will be the case.
Especially when you have someone like Faker playing Azir, which is very out of the meta. As we take a look at our post-game stats here, I talked about it when we were watching it happen, but look at the support damage difference. You can see so much impact out of life in this game, and he got that first blood. He did so much to impact a lot of those team fight setups, including the one that we saw at the very, very end there to close out the game. BDD having a much better time in this matchup against Faker. I talked about it from the get-go. Like, how does this game look when you have mid-priority? How much can Pantheon really do around the map? And the answer was not. This bot lane will be, on paper, with LM's Pantheon yet again. Very, very defensive options that you look for in both the top and bottom lane. We have this Pantheon pick. LM's been fantastic on it so far. And we'll see how this mid lane matchup goes. Again, if Faker can actually get that edge once more, then suddenly this Jarvan pick doesn't seem like it could be as oppressive anymore. You can see a lot of roam from Faker early on into the bot lane. So very, very curious to see how this one goes. It does feel like, though, it's a very slightly different version of what we've already seen in Game 1.
Yep, does feel like that, so curious to see if Gen G can make it a bit more competitive this time around. Or will T1 get ahead and push their poke onto Gen G? We will find out who is going to take the win in this series here as we move on.
So knew that Clid was not going to be in this part of the jungle. It was actually in bot side. And he gets the scuttle, but LM is here.
Here we go, flash on in, one combo, can they do it? The last auto is not enough, LM tries to tank it up, and we have the speed boost coming in now. Execute damage, that does come from this pick. Now, Kana doesn't have any summoner.
Yeah, he does not.
And the Camille, very consistent with the stun. Here it comes, the spear a little bit to the side there, but Kana, I believe, should still be run down here. We'll see if they do have the damage as the spear comes out. Clid should have this lead, and there it is. Clid picks up the kill.
Damage here. More importantly, what's happening in live BDD?
Just gonna get flashed on, but the exhaust is there. They still have the damage as Ruler.
Meanwhile, Kana being very aggressive again. Clid is rotating back up, so see if we see once again.
This is rough for Kana. He's gonna try to turn it onto Rascal. Here comes the Pantheon Light, desperately trying to get on in there with the Ignite, and he will pick up the kill, but LM did also take out his jungle opponent. And now we got a little bit of a 1-on-3 here. LM pushing the issue a little bit too far. BDD, though, with no ultimate. Gonna to take a little bit to take him down, but they do eventually pick up the kill.
Caster Blessing on this one.
No flash this time for Keria.
Oh, the hook!
Okay, there we go. Hook is going to land, but we do have the Fate's Call coming in. Ruler looking to potentially counter-engage, but the sleep on a life, he throws himself in to the danger. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
At least T1 have Kana up in the top side.
I mean, that's what you trade for this. We are going to see a teleport coming through here for BDD. Wants to actually grab a kill, and he will be able to interrupt this.
Okay, well...
Super low on
He's going to dodge. Ellen just going for what was right in front of him. As they're going to be looking for a dive here. We got Pantheon looking for that angle. Rascal takes the right one. He is going to flash south away from the Pantheon with a flash over the wall. Exec Ultimatum looking to buy some time. Rascal getting that speed up. The Trouble Bubble is going to miss. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's a lot more onus on Gen G to try to force fights and engages. And if they don't have it, it might not go their way. As we're looking to just burst down Rascal, Elim, the Ninja Pantheon. They were not expecting that.
Can push turrets down very quickly. Can push. Hold that thought.
Keria getting the insta-cleanse, but he's got to be careful. You know, the Callista is incredibly strong, and it's to enable your engage, and you just lost a big one right there. Keria, though, I'm not sure about this. Hope he's got a stopwatch. Looks like he's got absolutely nothing, but still the burst damage coming out onto Clid is massive. Looking to turn it now onto Kana, who's kind of caught here all alone. The gameplay button out of the Syndra is going to just burst him down. This is going to immediately create that 4-on-3. You see Faker and Gumayusi trying to just shell at them from the backline, and Elim surviving for an incredibly long time. Low health bars here on the side of Gen G. An incredibly close skirmish as Faker gonna get stunned down by BDD. In the backline here, 1v4 is eventually gonna get taken out, but at least he takes BDD with him.
Pantheon doesn't feel so great anymore because, you know, when you're setting up stuff like this, you can't get isolated.
Oh boy.
You're the front line.
Yeah, he's got a shield, but that's not going to save him against 5 members. As okay, Faker, he's angry. That's going to set up the kill. Kana comes in, and that's that alley-oop that you can get sometimes with Jace Zoe.
Almost 100 CS down. Teleport coming in. Ooh, great lantern. Goodbye.
Gumayusi, a little bit in an awkward spot here. Has to fight straight up against Ruler. Ruler, thankfully for Gumayusi, gets outnumbered and he has to back away. As
see a rotation here towards the Baron. They have complete vision control of this. T1 do not know, and this has been a big problem. And if Pantheon goes to check vision, he might just die. So Elim is scared to check, and they're just gonna sneak this Baron away. Valdez, freebie.
Absolutely. He got all the Ren set he needs. The smite comes in, and now they're looking to turn it around, trying to get on top of that, but they got to be careful about running straight into Gen G with the Baron buff. Elim gets picked off, and they say, well, we can't fight this anymore. They're too strong right now.
Really, really a good thing that you mentioned is we are going to see Keria be extremely aggressive here. Not going to find anything. This is actually really risky.
Oh,
no. Okay.
Clid, what is going on? Why are you there? That might just be the key that T1 needed. We're not going to see that hook land, but already 2 kills, and Elim has found backline access. Now, he's alone, as Rascal is going to be alone as well. Elim going to just try to survive. Will dodge his teammate's lantern and die. So,
to try to poke them down and chase them. Asleep does go off onto life here. So much burst damage, but he's going to survive. This could be the go button here. They're going in.
All right, Elim is going to get engaged upon life. The only one, a 3-man play coming in from Keria, but he gets burst down immediately as life is going to engage. The double knockup with the flag and drag is massive, and now Gumayusi all alone trying to 200 years. He is not going to be able to. Gen G, they find the engage that they were looking for. Life smurfs it so hard in this team fight, and they might just be able to push it in the game.
You know what I said earlier when I said, look, this team fight they had on Drake way earlier, where I said it shows that functionally this team can fight. It's so difficult to execute. The CC they have is hard to actually pull off, but Life pulls it off in a phenomenal last minute, last hope fight here for Gen G to close this one out early. Pulls it off here, and they are going to wipe T1 and close this series out. But what a phenomenal game played by both sides. Vision control, though, beautiful for Gen G, executing in the early game, the Callista control. That was partially, in fact, to Life. As you can take a look at the post-game stats here and how much damage we did see in the bot lane for Ruler. But Life having that clutch moment that actually wins the game and closes it out in the Supreme late game, I mean, that's enough for me for Pog right there. Even if he had fed in the early game, I probably would have given it to him for making that one extremely good play at the very end.
Sometimes it comes down to just one super play, and I think it was the both of them once again. Ruler and Life high-fiving there for the victory. They make it happen. Life with an unbelievable mechanical showing in that last fight with so much pressure on him. Not losing a beat, and you can try to ban out his set. You can try to take away the Gragas, other picks to go with that Kalista, but Gen G said, okay,